All right, welcome back to Stacking the Deck. The gang is all here. The three
The Ghost of Easton no more. We have real Easton.
We back here, gang. Did y'all have like an AI? Y'all should have had like an AI that was like,
man. Apparently our video editor did not superimpose Ghost Easton into
that ain't in the budget.
We gotta fire our editor and get another one.
Man, what do you guys think this is? This ain't Facebook. All right. Best I can do is Zanga budget.
Oh man,
MySpace budget.
Best I can do is get you send you free carrot seeds on your Farmville.
Man.
Man, y'all ever play that game Harvest Moon? That used to be my favorite.
See, I didn't play Harvest Moon. I played Animal Crossing. That was my life simulator, I guess.
Oh, you think you better than me, huh?
Okay, I didn't say none of that. I'm just saying there were Harvest Moon girlies, and then there were Animal Crossing chads, and
dang,
it's just the way that it is,
Yeah, and then there's a certain point in life where you realize that life becomes a real life simulator, and you have to keep up with your own upkeep.
And then Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon just falls to the wayside.
Yeah, then the digital chore simulator games ain't it.
It's not. Man, fun fact about that. I think it was the first 3DS Animal Crossing. I forget which one it was called. I figured out how to duplicate items in that game, and I sold them on eBay and made like $300 or something like that until I got like a cease and desist. They were like, yeah, you can't be selling our digital money in Animal Crossing to people. And it was the wildest shit. Like, I would get customers, and it cost me nothing to do. It was a few minutes of my time to do this. And one of the times a mom like bought digital currency for her daughter and was like, yeah, this is my daughter's friend code. If you could just join her game and, deliver the bells there. That's what they were called in Animal Crossing. The money were called bells. And, just like walk around her town and, maybe say how nice it looks. And I was like, what is going on?
I need an extra fee.
Oh my God.
Dude. And she bought a lot. She bought like $50 worth, but it was just like the creepiest stuff. And like after that point in time, like once a week, the daughter would send me you could send like little notes in the 3DS app, like between your 3DS friends, would just send me like little like drawings, like 11-year-old it was the craziest shit ever. It's like mom was trying to buy her an Animal Crossing friend. I'm like, lady, I'm just cheating in currency into the game to sell to people. I don't need none of that. It was craziness.
So you were El Chapo.
Dude, I was El Chapo, and I would go on the game FAQ forums for it, and people would try and like sell their rare item sets and stuff for like bukus of money, and I would just go into the thread and hijack it and say, oh, you guys want this? I'll just dupe it for free, and you can just come on to my place. So not only was I selling stuff for real money on eBay, I was cutting the market off at the knees by just giving away everything for free if someone like tried to, upcharge someone. I was a menace in Animal Crossing, let me tell you.
The man of the people.
I respect the hustle though.
Oh
yeah, I do.
People. Dude, it got me some Pokemon cards, let me tell you. It was good. It was good. Well, but enough of my marketing strategies. We got a big episode, don't we, boys?
Thank you for the segue. Okay, So basically the big news is, well, the one that would be the most relevant to us would probably be this MetaZoo marketing plan. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
No fart noise. No, I think it's cool to see this. It kind of maybe pulls the curtain back a little bit. For those that may not be aware, MetaZoo Menace, shout out MetaZoo Menace, posted a video a couple days ago or earlier last week of a leak. I guess some distribution company posted some details about MetaZoo's marketing plan that went out to some of their stores, and then MetaZoo Menace got a hold of that, shared it with everyone. So shout out to the Menace himself, getting that information out there. I think it's real interesting so far that literally everything that we know about MetaZoo has been through a leak, right?
It's been through leaks, right?
And usually I'm a little bit more, I don't know. Usually I think leaks typically start with the company. If I mean, there's a part of me that's like, oh, maybe the company purposely meant to leak this, and that's part of their marketing strategy. No, not here. I think these are like legit like leaks. So,
and at least they're continuing along their strategy of just not acknowledging it, right?
Yeah.
They didn't do it with the quote. They didn't do it with anything so far. Stuff that has been leaked ahead of time. They haven't done it with like the MPN updates and like all that stuff. They didn't acknowledge any of it until it was time for them to announce it, right? They just didn't care. It's crazy. There's, kudos to them for sticking to their game plan of just not acknowledging it.
Say nothing and do stuff.
That's right.
Stuff. It's a little interesting to me because, again, I don't care one way or another, but is this reactionary or is it them being on the front foot? So, like with the boxes, I don't know what market research went in, but again, I like to think since they had a lot of qualified individuals on their team, there had to be some market research as to why they went with the first box over the second box. Now, maybe the second box is the alt art one, and they're like, hey, let's just do the alt art for all of them. Just throwing that out there in the ether. But in my mind, why are you making these changes, and why are you trying to justify your reasoning behind this to whoever you are, by whoever has the marketing plan or your marketing initiatives? Are you doing this out of like, I'm reactionary to everybody saying I don't have a marketing plan, or us not showcasing that we have a marketing plan? So I'm like, hey, we have something here. Is it optimistic, or is this just by chance you just showing off what you got going down in the product roadmap? Because changing the art, the box art is interesting. And then even now that everybody's like wondering about what their marketing plan is, it's even more interesting because like if you have a go-to-market plan, you execute it based off of what you've done the research for, the ideal customer profile, when and where, when are you planning on dropping? And this seems like they're just like, oh, well, we listened to the community, so we're going to change the box art. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Easton, you're so nice. You're like the most diplomatic spokesperson. You know the answers to all this, right? I tend
to do, but I'm not going to say one way or another.
All right, I'll say it. They didn't have a plan. All right, they went ahead and they just made stuff. They made stuff, and they thought this was the stuff that we wanted, and they found out no, they don't. They're looking at. Okay, I say all these things like I'm an authority on the matter, and everybody needs to understand it's kind of a bit of the personality, especially of this podcast. But let me tell you, all signs have point to that there hasn't been market research. They just have been making what they assume. They've been making the game that they've wanted to make, right? And they just assume since it says MetaZoo on it, old Zoo fans would go along with it. But I've said this before. Hey, new MetaZoo might not be for everyone. That's okay. The one thing that's a red flag for me is the fact that they changed the box art. And the only reason why you would change the box art, in my opinion, it wouldn't be because you don't change the box art if people in the Discord are moaning or if YouTube are moaning. You change it if the sales don't look good. If the numbers if the math ain't mathing, then you're like, let's do something.
We got to do something, right?
Yeah. If the numbers looked great, you just would keep chugging along.
Yeah, you wouldn't care, right?
Yeah. You'd be like,
that's why traditional MetaZoo did what they did. Like they were making enough money. It didn't matter what we said or how much we wanted them to change or the website was crappy or anything like that. They were making enough money, and there was enough supply. There was enough demand to basically get them to, I guess, confidently say, hey, we don't care about what you really want or what your suggestions are. We're going to keep rocking with this because it's a proven formula. What were they doing beforehand? They were like, oh, we sold out in 30 minutes, and we found out it was a lie, but it was generating enough revenue for them for it to, justify why they kept doing it until they needed the money or they didn't have the money or something happened, and then they changed their strategy.
And that strategy worked for most of MetaZoo, legacy MetaZoo's, play most of the time that it was in session, right? All the way up until the end. Even myself included, like I still have like $500-$600 worth of pre-orders because they were like, gotta get it. You gotta have it. Here's a functionally unique promo that you gotta buy. And that, God, they even hit me with buy a set of these plushies and then you get the cards, like the Chibi Iowa Dragon ones. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, it's a spellbook limit of 4. You gotta buy all 4 of the plushies, right? Like that, right? And you're like, oh my God, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Please, I hope someone's stupid enough to buy these plushies from me so I can make my money back. It's like,
they got us good,
crazy, and they kept getting us good, is what I'm saying. Like, looking back on it, I just feel so stupid, but like.
But that's the magic of marketing, man.
Gosh.
It is. It's a psychological, when I see somebody throw up the low stock button, that doesn't mean anything, right? That's just a button. That's just a button to drive engagement.
Hurry up and get it. It's about to sell out.
It's running out. Better buy it. No, that means that if it's low stock, it just like if it's a hot product, it just runs out. If it's so hot, you don't throw the button up. Okay.
Right. It just goes to out of stock.
Yeah, it just goes to out of stock. All right. That button's to tell you this ain't moving
how we want it to move.
Yeah, we need to put a button up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Regarding the booster box, I think it looks better. I mean, the original version looks like reminded me of like VeggieTales, like Christian art box.
I mean, it really looked like Who's That Pokemon?
Yeah, for sure that. But I don't know. There's something about it that gave me like Sunday school vibes. I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, it just the way I don't know. Maybe there's something tied to my childhood on that one.
And new box has penis, so that's pretty cool. We love that.
Yeah. There's a little phallic looking island thing there, I guess, but. I mean, that's neither here nor there. That's not the first time.
Who needs the pentagram whenever we just got Wukong penis,
Jesus. I don't know about all that, but hey.
Shout outs Camel Jr. for the deep dive video into it. He really let us know.
Yeah.
Shout out to Camel.
Yeah, the investigative journalist.
Yeah. I mean,
boots on the ground, man.
Boots on the ground, spreadsheets and all. He's he's got spreadsheets and he's able to get everything together. So I applaud his hard work and efforts, and shout out to Camel.
If half of these TCGs did even a sliver of the amount of research he does for his investigations into their own product research,
they'd be millionaires.
They'd be cooking.
But no, it's just vibes and concepts of a plan and this is so different and cool artwork and ideas. Mm-hmm. It's vibes and ideas. That's pretty much it.
Man, I did not appreciate seeing, I won't say his name, I'm not trying to call anybody out, but I didn't appreciate seeing a fractional owner of the new company in the main chat saying, hey, this sets a bad precedent for the company listening to consumer feedback. I'm like, brother, don't act like
weird.
Yeah.
I wanted them to stand on 10 toes and be like, hey, this is a box y'all getting.
Yeah.
Take it, losers. Losers, take it.
No, but all of this whole situation, the whole dynamic just tells me the sell-through is not that good or not that high. And I mean, but at the same time, what are you expecting? I mean, it almost surprises me. I really hope that this isn't a surprise to management over in the MetaZoo camp. I would hope that they would expect this because they've done zero marketing for this game.
None.
The only people that know about it are old Zoo fans, and you've changed everything that old Zoo fans like. So in my mind, previously, again, there's only like 100 to 300 classic MetaZoo fans. That's maybe even being generous. I don't know.
I'd say 300 is a good number.
Okay. So if you lose them, whatever.
Screw.
But that, yeah. I mean, hey, this isn't the product for you. We've moved on. We're MetaZoo name only, but whatever. Okay. If you're going to do that, you can't rely on these folks to carry your product, though, in this new product, unless if you've marketed to a much larger, wider new audience. Right?
I mean, they haven't done that at all. There is no marketing. Where is it coming from?
Well, that's the thing, is we got this leaked marketing plan. So we'll lead into it. I know we've been kind of spinning our wheels a bit, but the box redesign's definitely a great conversation.
For sure.
But I guess the top item here is part of their marketing plan is website and onboarding. So they're gonna be creating this immersive website, creating engaging content with learn to play resources, detailed retailer onboarding instructions. Now, my question is it too little too late? I've been spinning my wheels moaning about this for like months now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think the number one thing you do, and of course I'm sincerely biased, but before you ever sell a product, just in general, I think in 2025, you have a website. Your website's your business card. Even if it's the worst website, like even if it's not sexy, like the MetaZoo marketplace website where it was just like, dude, this is doo-doo, but it's something. Like they planted a flag on the domain. It's like,
true,
we're here.
Buying bugs.
Yeah, buy our Shopify print, white label mugs. I mean, that was pretty bad. But it's better than nothing. It's better than coming soon.
It's better than nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it is infinitely better than coming soon.
Yeah.
Like even if they just threw up that little preview video on their website and that was the only thing that just looped over and over and over.
Yeah.
Right. That's better than coming soon. It's like, why not do what, and I know we talked about it last week.
Or join our Discord, put that front and center.
Right, yeah, like join the Discord, or what Dead World does where they just like cycle the different artwork, the card artwork. Right?
Oh, well, we can't be showing cards this early.
Well,
except for the ones that were in the video, but
yeah, we got them now, right? So
I'm teasing.
Oh. So like, I mean, usually that's what happens is you will drop like a teaser video that showcases cards. And then they will show you those cards, like guide you to the website to look at them and like explain them and have them all blown up and nice. People are having to like pause the video and screenshot it and like blow it up. It's like, you have the assets. Why not just let us see what you've already spoiled in the video?
All of this tells me that they have not, again, Easton's just like, just such a non-abrasive person. He's tactfully crafts his arguments for me. I'm like brute forcing it here. They haven't done any strategy. That's what that tells me. Typically you would do a coordinated drop. So whatever influencers that are part of your marketing plan, you would have these assets sent to them to help promote on their channels. So that way, when you do this teaser video, the first one, that goes out everywhere. Tormentic would be ready. You would tell Tormentic before the video even goes live, hey, we're dropping this, prepare your content, get a reaction stream preview live, engage with those folks in that way. And then they're ready to go. And then you launch the website with it too. It's like, okay, and you can watch the video here on website loop, like Kurt was saying.
Yeah.
You almost want it to be like your influencers are the people who are your news reporters that trickle out the news. That's what they do with propaganda or with any type of information. They know who, and MetaZoo did a really good job. Again, they did very little well, but they did do that well where they would feed breadcrumbs to those who had influence within the community and had the ability to shift user sentiment, which was why Argos or Tormentic or anybody you can fill in, and why some people might feel jaded because they were creating content. But some people did have or were privy to information that others weren't. But rightfully so, Argos is able to shift user sentiment and to craft it in a way that was, relatively good for the company, was for the greater good of the company.
That's
and
PR.
So, it's PR. And so that's what you should be doing up until this point. Influencers, even some of the old MetaZoo tubers, you need to be feeding them information already to get the ball rolling and start to build that relationship, because also you can start to build who you can trust and who you can't trust, who's going to use that information for the greater good or for nefarious purposes. It's different things like that, and I think that they could do that and it would be valuable for them as a company.
Every single one of these games needs an EPK, and for those that don't know, it's an electronic press kit. So when a new product comes to market, you send that out to journalism outlets, even if they don't mess with you, like even if they're like, hey, we don't want to cover you or whatever, that's fine. But every single time you still hit the same person. And eventually after they see your announcements or your releases, finally they're like, okay, this is like a legitimate company. And it takes time. But when we say, yeah, I reached out to these people and they didn't cover me, who cares? You still, I used to do PR for like musicians, like way back when, and that's like reaching out to the blog outlets saying, hey, so and so just dropped their new album, here's a single from it. It comes with like a bio, some art that, like cover art for their album, everything you need to know about this person, so that way when they report on them, it's like zero effort. Like literally all they have to do is basically copy and paste and then say a few words, and then they have content for their website. That's what you're offering them. So all of that needs to be happening. If you're an indie and you're making products, they're not going to just look for you and be like, gee, can I cover you? I mean, you're nobody. So I don't mean to be too critical there, but I think that's kind of the reality.
I don't think it's being too critical. I just think it's being real.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think anybody who wants to take a hard look at, that roadmap, and if they're serious about their product, I think that's the conversation that has to happen, right? Like, there's not we'll get to it, or we'll just organically grow. Okay, well, if you want casual player base, if you want casual number, if you want casual money, then that's what you're going to get. Then that's fine. But without that, it ain't going to go nowhere. Like, you'll have a very select few dedicated people.
Thoughts and prayers.
And that, yeah, I mean, that's really what it's like. And it's just not gonna go nowhere. And that sucks. It sucks to like come to that realization, right, as a company. But like, better sooner than hemorrhaging money and then everyone's in debt for the rest of their life. So,
well, on more of a positive note, I think any good marketing one thing I think MetaZoo's gonna get right is, I really like the idea of they're doing, this like 1 hour style YouTube Nintendo Direct on March 7th. Okay. So I think a lot hinges on the success of this March 7th date. I think there'll be apologists no matter how it goes. If it goes negative, people still say, oh, just wait for the product in hand. But I think this is going to be a big tell-all, especially having an hour-long platform to outline all aspects of the game, the future plans, supplements with it's going to be supplemented with shorts on social media. They're planning on doing some ads as well based on this leaked marketing document, social media ads with targeted ad buys. And then they'll do a live action trailer, which I'm not entirely sure about what the live action trailer is. I'm assuming it's just gameplay, like 2 minutes of gameplay, I think.
Yeah, a lot of this sounds like, and hopefully they've actually done it. A lot of this sounded like the beginning promotional material for Eric's Curiosa and Sorcery. They had like a little 1 minute long computer generated like gameplay where it like outlines the play minions on your battlefield, build your realm, and it just had all of that like stylized, animated into the gameplay, not like someone actually sitting down playing the cards, but you know what I'm talking about, like a produced animated piece on it.
Okay.
And again, with that YouTube announcement, with that 1 hour video, again, please, I'm sure it's all already done and everything, we can hope, but please look to Eric's Curiosa and Sorcery. They continually put out such quality content about the going-ons of their company, where they're at, and it's not. And the people that are in these videos are not like just the community manager or just like an influencer. It's like everyone at the company. It's Eric. It's the creator. It's Simon. It's the the marketing strategist. Everyone are in this, providing you good information. So, gosh, I sure hope it's that. I think it will be. Fingers crossed, but it's going to be tough, and it's going to be tough if it isn't.
So, like, what needs to go right for this to be like? What would need to happen for this to be considered a success by you guys?
I guess the hype from the video that comes in from the content that they drop in 5 days. We're filming on the 2nd, so on the 7th is when they come out with everything. The hype from that needs to be coordinated with some level of influencer, KOL, and KOL is a Web3 term for key opinion leader, YouTubers, influencers, people that have their finger on the pulse, not only domestically but internationally. I think that that's important because right now MetaZoo in America is not, the sentiment is not good. Like you probably can't get into a store, and the people who are advocating for you to get it into a store are either people who have already been rocking with MetaZoo, or it's like, do you really trust this guy? Like this person, like you can't rock with them. And so I think that they first need to make sure that they have some key influencers internationally and domestically that have some major pull. Then from there, full competitive roadmap, because your first initial player people, your users coming in are going to be players. It's going to be people playing online, and those are going to be your people on the boot, soldiers on the ground, getting to local game stores. And that gives you also free content because people are going to be playing, people creating deck lists, people are going to. You always want people to see your game being played in person rather than it being played online or anything like that. And then layer that onto the supply being very, very small, very, very small, very exclusive, because you're going to need that hype cycle, the bubble of the pump of, oh, we don't have a lot of boxes. It's tough to get these cards, these super playable cards. You can always do something after the fact, but it needs to be suppressed. You need to keep it super suppressed. Not a lot of cards. Not a lot of boxes available, and make sure that the people who have boxes are either opening them up, using them, and getting after it. Because if it seems like this game isn't selling much and nobody's playing it, it's dead on arrival.
Yeah, and also gameplay builds trust, and that's, I think, something that's inherently missing in this whole TCG industry. Is like a lot of people's trust has been fractured on some front, some way or another. Especially indies with the, you bought a game that has PR issues inherently. So maybe think about ways to address that. And I think having a good gameplay community is I think that's like the number one thing you have to do.
You have to, right? Because you're really not going to capture any of the collector base, not initially, right? Because they're still all holding legacy MetaZoo bags, right? Like they're the ones with all the samples and the rare stuff and the serialized, and you just got done telling them that all of that won't be usable in the new game, right?
Mhm.
So you're not going to capture a collector audience, not initially, right? But if the gameplay is good enough and it's in stores, people, like you said, people are playing it, or it's at conventions, or there are tournaments where it's gaining that exposure, that's where the collectors come in, right? That's where, oh, okay, I can make some money off this by getting these chases, right? That's where, ooh, or this is a very rare piece and I like the art. Well, I want that, but no one's going to collect it if there's no, value, some type of value, whether that's expected or fabricated value. It's got to be worth it in some sense. No one's just going to buy a box of cards and be like, okay, I'll put it in my binder now. It's like, no, that's just not how this is going to work.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to touch a little bit on this marketing document. They mentioned live e-commerce marketing, implementing a live e-commerce campaigns and collaborate with various platforms to enhance reach. Do you know what they might be alluding to there?
eBay Live.
Is that
eBay
that like
Live.
Whatnot and stuff like that?
Whatnot, yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it'll work. Those channels are good for reaching your target audience. We just came off a player conversation and we're talking about pack rippers, but
I mean, it regardless of what we want to say, when MetaZoo, the original MetaZoo partnered with, and I saw it at NYCC when they did that, it was big. Like, again, you have, even if the viewership was fabricated, there was a lot of people who did tune in, especially because you're like, oh, there's these coveted cards, and that's the only way you could get, what was it? Not
Chromie, right? Yeah.
Chromie's Cryptic Carnival, and it was like a massive deal. And so it, even with the year before that, with them doing seance there, like it did bring a lot of eyes and a lot of viewership and a lot of attention there. So it would be helpful. But right now, I'm sure eBay will be reluctant to do any deals, and maybe they can use their connections because, eBay was supposed to have like all the exclusive boxes and different things like that. But you're going to need something like that. We might not care about it much, but that is an important portion to the ecosystem, is having rip and shippers. It helps with pricing. It helps with making things seem very coveted. Also, whenever again, it's free content, because anytime a rip and shipper opens up a secret rare or alt art or something like that, everybody's going to be like, what? Again, everything's content at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it's an important channel. It's where all your people are. They're going to be looking at cards, and as long as those cards have value to speculate on, that goes back to my original conversation about, box prices being worth basically nothing.
Yeah.
It's not very exciting to watch people crack packs if the pack's only worth like, $3, $2. I don't know.
True.
Or maybe not. Maybe that's just me, but it's just not very exciting when it's like, I think at that point you're just like hanging out with the content creator because you like their personality, but otherwise you're just like, oh, cool, he pulled a Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
So
No.
Nobody care about that stupid old card.
Yeah. So they're also rolling out product promotions, and this is a really interesting one. They have this. They're going to be giving out alpha demo packs in Card Pro magazine featuring exclusive. Well, I guess like exclusive. I don't know, like the pay. There's like a whole feature that they're doing in the magazine, is my understanding. Do y'all know what I'm talking about at all?
Mm.
Okay. The weird thing is this magazine's cover doesn't, and again, this is like the leaked cover, so maybe it'll change. I don't know, but it's got Lorcana Mickey on it, and it doesn't mention MetaZoo at all on the cover.
Yeah, I don't know how final that cover is. That Mickey artwork is from like set 1 of Lorcana.
Okay.
So that's Lorcana is far and away doesn't really utilize that asset, like that Mickey asset. Usually they just put whatever their newest set is and have some promotional artwork for that. So I don't know if the cover's finalized because they haven't used Wizard Mickey in a long time. So
Yeah, that might be a demo.
yeah.
What I do think is cool, and I respect this play big time, is that they're sending out the magazine to all of or most of the previous MetaZoo customers. So if they have your address, they'll be sending you this magazine with the alpha pack. So that's kind of cool. You know, despite how you might feel about the bankruptcy and everything like that, maybe this is a good way for them to extend their olive branch, re-engage previous customers. I mean, this is something that I had been saving for a while, where it's like they have these lists, and everything in marketing is a list. Or I wouldn't say everything, but at least for me, a lot of what I do is list driven. So tap into that big time. I'm big on that play. I think that's a great move. That's one of my favorite things that I've seen that they've done here, is to tap into this old customer list and say, we out here. From there, you got the conventions and events, and I want to touch on this too, because so they have the alpha demo packs going out to the previous customers, and then they've got the alpha demo packs at these conventions, and it says here there's going to be 16 convention appearances. Do you think they'll just be giving out the same demo packs everywhere? Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
Also, to kind of go back to that magazine, I think that's 2 separate publications.
oh,
Card Pro magazine is its own thing, but then the second bullet point says launch a magazine featuring alpha promo materials. It's like a promo newsletter, but in zine form.
Got it.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't think that the Card Pro magazine and this dedicated MetaZoo magazine are the same thing. I think that what they're going to send us might not be. It says alpha promo materials. That doesn't really scream card pack to me. That screams this magazine is our marketing about the product. We're going to showcase the cards. We're going to probably touch on organized play. We're going to tell you guys what you can expect in, this base set launch. And they're going to send that out to previous MetaZoo customers. Like if you bought, like you said, if you bought something from the marketplace, you are on a mailing list for this.
I like this line of play. I think that's clean.
I think that's a little different, which would be better for those demo packs. You kind of shriveled your face up whenever I was like, yeah, they're probably going to distribute the same demo packs at conventions, but I don't think they're going to send those packs out to everyone on this mailing list. I think you got to either go to a convention. I don't know how you acquire Card Pro magazine. I ain't never heard of that before. But
It's like Game Informer.
Yeah, well, at least I knew how to get that. Sign up for the pro rewards at GameStop. But
you gotta do that.
Could you imagine they make you go to find your nearest Hastings bookstore and sign up for Card Pro magazine?
Make sure you take a picture and send, so we can send you like it's Rat King.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think that's different. I think that magazine is 2 separate publications. I don't think we're actually. Maybe it would be kind of cool if in that magazine it said something like, "Bring this page of the magazine to these collecticons or any collecticon on this list," because they're going to talk about like find us in person here, right? Of course they're going to have that, and it's going to like bring this page of the magazine, and maybe it's just the back, and there's like a QR code or some sort of code, and to receive a free demo pack or a free demo deck or something like that, right? Or some convention promo. I think that would be really good. We've talked about this on a previous episode of the podcast, where having you draw the people into going to the convention to see you is like a really good thing. Like send out a mailer that says, hey guys, we're going to be at Miami Collecticon. If you print out this email and bring it to us with the little code that's listed at the bottom there, we'll give you this promo card. I think that would be really cool, right? I wouldn't limit it to just like the first couple Collecticons because, money tight. We know how that goes. Especially whenever you're trying to garner interest back into a game that burned many. I don't think really anybody came out on top of it. So just saying like, hey, bring us your magazine, and maybe they'll have an artist sign it. Maybe there's some artwork on the front by Poncho or Kelsey or something, or one of their other artists they want to bring to the forefront. Get it signed, get the magazine signed by the artist, and they'll hand you a demo pack or a promo. I think that would be a really cool play. But
Agreed.
I like that. Yeah. And I mean, they even mentioned here in this marketing leak that they're going to have a design an innovative promotional program for conventions to excite card traders and collectors. So maybe they might do like a similar promo thing.
Well, we know what that means. That's just Collecticon promos.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, if Collecticon promos will fuel people from traveling across the country to do so now, again, a lot of that is predicated based off the price, based off of the value of the card. I would go to another travel, like everything has to be net zero or have to come out on top or in a positive. But if you're just saying, oh, we're going to have Collecticon promos, and I'm realizing now that this stuff isn't worth much, that's why you don't see people traveling to all these different conventions if they know that the card game isn't going to, at the end of the day, people need money in their pockets, or need to at least seem like it, because TCG enthusiasts margins are terrible. It's like, oh, I did all this work for $100. It's like, once you factor in food, travel, room and board, you might have made $50 to $100. So whatever they're giving, and the beautiful thing about old MetaZoo is that you could come out $500, $1,000 on top if you played your cards right, if you got enough Collecticon stamp stuff, or you sold a bunch of stuff early enough. And so people are going to have to feel like they're coming out with a big win early. If not, then
yeah, it also drives traffic, right? So the prospect of that means more people will show up. And I mean, there's never a good way to handle this. There's going to be folks that feel, the scalpers are here, but it helps build hype. I don't know what else to say about it.
You need that. You got to have the hype. It's like, I know some people are purists. So it's just like, in the industries that I work in, like, some people are purists and they're like the technology, and I work in crypto. Like, everybody's like, oh, it has to be about the technology, and you got to have the ethos of it. It has to resonate inside. And it's like, no, bro, somebody can come up with a coin about a dog fart, and it is $1 billion market cap. It doesn't matter. You need the hype to get there, to drive more people, especially for retail investors like ourselves, because that's what we are in TCGs, are retail investors, to get into it. So you need the hype. If not, then nobody's going to care about your card game. And if nobody cares about your card game because they can't make money, then it's going to die.
Yeah, and if anything, the best part about the old MetaZoo brand that resonates was the speculate, like how much you could speculate on it. I mean, again, I'm saying this from a player perspective, but I think the reality is most people's memory, when the most people were interacting with MetaZoo was when people were speculating against it, like the highest. And then everybody else that stuck around, like all of us talking in here and still, not even on the pod, but like who still talk about MetaZoo today, those are like your true fans. They're like ride or dies. They're not going anywhere. But yeah, if you want all those other people to come back, you got to bring the stonks, baby.
You know what'd be really cool? You know what I think would be really neat, and MetaZoo, you guys can have this one for free. You have a large screen that has your learn to play video on it. Let's just say it's 3 minutes long. After that, there's a little message at the end of that, and it's just on a loop on a big screen at your booth. And then at the end of it, it says, now find the metazoologist to claim your reward. You go to the little sideline, and the metazoologist says something like, all right, you watch the learn to play. Show me how to summon Mothman. And you're like, and the person would say like, okay, yeah, well, you have to tap these aura in this lane to play Mothman here. Correct. That's great. Here's a demo deck, or here's a demo pack. Wouldn't that be insane? And you would cycle through like 3 different basic gameplay mechanics that you highlighted in the little 3-minute tutorial. So it wouldn't just be the same thing, because then someone would be like, all right, what you say so I can get that. No, you cycled through like 3 of them, and maybe you didn't get it, or you didn't understand it. So then you got to go watch the video again. So now you've got this huge crowd forming around your booth watching this tutorial so that they can get the promo. One, it cuts down on the line, right? You're not snaked through the entire convention for 3 hours waiting to get your Collecticon promo. And I don't know, that'd be really cool to me. I don't know if they could pull it off, but, and again, y'all can have this for free if you can implement it, but I think that would really drive engagement on how to distribute your promo, as opposed to everybody and their dog sitting in line, getting the promo, and then you're seeing on eBay, literally someone at the convention holding it in their hand. MetaZoo Collecticon, Miami Collecticon, exclusive promo, $50. And then the next person sees that. Well, hold on, $45. And then the next person sees that. And then but it's like happening at the convention. They're taking these pictures to list. Like, at least engage a little bit with your user base.
I want them to. MetaZoo, you can also have this one for free.
Oh, hold on, 2 freebies?
Yeah. You go up to the guy and he says, "Pick a hand."
Come on. Yeah, and in one hand, it's just empty, and he slaps you in the face. And in the other hand is a coin that you can use at their MetaZoo vending machine. Yeah, true.
Or he does the cups. He
I like where
the cups with the ball.
Dude, come on. It's not cup game. Yeah. They play the fucking Find the Lady.
Yeah.
It's just a street hustler. Find the Mothman. Find the Mothman. Where'd he go?
That'd be fun though.
Holy moly. And if you lose, they take your badge and you're escorted out of the convention by security.
Yeah, they need to do
like all your stars.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say that Duelist Kingdom style.
Yeah, they should do like Yu-Gi-Oh did with the mall tour. Man, that was sick. Did y'all go?
Yeah, of course I went.
Yeah, of course.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that mall tour was sick.
Yeah, the next CCG that does a mall tour, that's great marketing, right there.
I'd go to a MetaZoo tournament at the Mall of America. That'd be sick.
Oh man, well, just the amount of visibility, and those malls are hurting. Let me tell you that.
It seems like a win-win.
Get a really good price.
Yeah, right. They probably just let you be there.
Yeah, as long as you make it look busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So they can get some good promotional shots for their website and their TV ads. Oh man.
So they can sell it off to somebody else. They're like, look, we got plenty of people here at this mall.
Yeah, please buy this.
Please buy
this location. Oh man.
Well, I'm going to touch on this news. We've talked about it in previous podcasts. It's not new news, but it's part of the release. But creating over 30 professionally animated card reveals for distribution on social media. I reckon that's going to be plugged into their influencers, I would guess too. Like maybe they'd have access to that.
Right.
And then Chase display boxes.
Hate it.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
Hate that.
No,
like
nobody's ever going to see those unless if you're paying like the $500 premium or whatever.
I just hate and like this is just copy pasted word for word, right? And it says like alternative art display boxes for ordering sealed product cases. That says offering a unique Chase experience. If you're not going to offer this direct to consumer, there is no unique Chase experience.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I don't know if MetaZoo wrote that or if the distro wrote that or whoever, but it's not there's nothing to experience there.
That is not to the consumer. That might be for like the people purchasing from distro, but it is not for us. It is not for the customer.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Do you think it's like something where if you buy like with Magic, how like if you pre-order a box, you get a special card for each like pre-release? Like I remember, what was it, Nexus of Fate? Like you pre-order a box and then the store gives you a card based off of you pre-ordering it to basically incentivize you pre-ordering.
Like a box topper, basically. But
Yeah,
it's like
basically a
box topper.
But if they're really good, I could see that being happening because Nexus of Fate is like a busted card. Like it's cool. Busted. So, that was the only way.
You gotta pre-order.
Yeah, that was the only way you could do it. And I think that they got to get it back into that. They got to like bake in some of these really coveted cards into these really cheesy way of getting them.
Well, it's funny you say that, Easton, because I think they're gonna run it back on the ambassador promos.
I hate that.
There is also a note here that says distributing region-specific OP promo cards with the first expansion.
No.
Perfect. I get to go Puerto Rico, and I get to take a picture for a card.
Can't they just? Why not it just be the same card, but just a different flavor, different artwork? Why? I do not want functionally unique Australian cards that I have to pay $300.
I gotta go to land down under, Kurt. We gotta go to land down under so we can get the card.
And it goes to one guy, the one distro channel in New Zealand.
Put a shrimp on the bobby.
And he's got all the Manias. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta shell out $200 for this.
I can't think.
No, not perfect. Bad.
Perfect. Hey, we need to get these prices up. Let's have one dude. One dude is El Chapo, and he's a distributor for all the Manaya.
No. I can't deny it. I got the Manaya.
It only cost you $200.
No. Take a play out of every other big three and just make alternate art cards. Those are the chases. Don't have functionally unique cards be chase cards.
Well, it could go either way, I suppose.
It's the worst.
It reads region-specific OP promo cards, so
dude, that's fine. Instead of Bigfoot, we get Cardiff Giant. Same card, does the same thing, different artwork.
We need to.
Y'all suck.
We do, but we're trying to help.
No, we're looking out for MetaZoo.
MetaZoo, if you want to do well, have regional exclusive, unique cards that are highly coveted. If you really want to be greedy, make them 2s and 3s of in the deck. Don't make them 1 of.
You are insane.
And make them really good. Use the Loveland Frogman tactic, if you will. Make it a 3 of, make it very unique.
Let's do it one better. Let's like make them fetch lands.
Yeah, that's what you want. The land down under. That would be a perfect card. The land down under.
Make them resource cards. Oh my god.
Gonna
You know what though? No, listen. If they did them as Terras, I think that would be clever. I like that. Terras for region specific Terras, that would be cool. And maybe the compromise, Kurt, is if those Terras are active if you're in that continent. Will that make you feel better?
They don't even look like they got fourth wall stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
No, why can't it just be different artwork? Why can't it just be a flex in the artwork? Not that I have the better cards to play.
Kurt, you're speaking from a place of privilege. You play games that are already have really good IPs like Pokemon and Sorcery that got plenty of Kickstarter money.
I just told to check my trading card game privilege. What is happening?
Yeah, you're speaking as if this is a game that's been around for 25 plus years, has multiple different IP streams. We're starting from ground zero. We need to make this stuff coveted, hard to get, extremely valuable. We want more people complaining than ever before. We also want people spending amount of money to get this stuff. Kurt's like, oh well, in Pokemon I can spend $40 and get 5 decks. Perfect.
That's right. I sure can.
Listen, here's the reality. No matter what people are going to complain, and above all else, MetaZoo needs to make money. They need to survive. They're like out the gate. Their HP bar is like at 5. They're going dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-doo. They need that full restore. Okay,
bro, and it ain't coming from a Loch Ness Monster exclusive promo that I get whipped on at Houston Collecticon.
Bro, you can't be. Listen, You just gotta play better. You gotta skate better.
Yeah, get good.
Get good.
Oh
Get
my
good.
god. Yeah, get good with the power of money. You're right.
Man, listen, you saw
And
me
then
at
I
Earth
like-
Tower. I was playing all commons. I had it was just me and Tuttle Bottom's monster. I got an armadillo man.
Oh, Tuttle.
Yeah, totally awesome.
All right, moving on from this bad take.
Okay.
We've got collecting league SKUs. That sounds interesting. Develop SKUs designed for asynchronous organized play style programming. I don't know what kind of matrix I'm
It
living
seems like
in.
a bunch of word salad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that means that just means league promos, right? It just means organized play promos. That'll be nice. We'll like that. We want that. That was something that MetaZoo struggled with throughout their entire lifespan.
Listen, tournament packs are bust. All right, I don't want some generic booty hole.
It's funny that you say that because Flesh and Blood, who was on the tournament promo, has recently switched to tournament packs for their organized play, where you get a couple of cards in the pack. Some of them are really good. Some of them are really good chases. Again, all alternate art.
No, they need to be functional.
We need old Yugioh. Yugioh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
I want to be cracking open Royal. So here's the way I roll it.
Royal Decree.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me the good stuff.
Could you imagine?
I've got my Cyberstun.
Cyberstun. No, here's what you do though. Here's what you do. The first printing needs to be in the tournament packs, and then maybe like 4 or 5 sets down the road, or
4 or 5.
Okay, a couple sets down the road, you print the same card or effect on an alternate art, but the original printing needs to be from the tournament pack. Okay.
Treat like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so
but they can always get the card later in another set. It can be reprinted.
They can also make it a common and put it in like starter decks and stuff like that.
So we're killing regional level play. We're killing local play.
No. But here's the thing.
Because the stores are going to get these tournament packs. They're going to either sell them themselves or rip them all to find these functionally unique cards, and then we get nothing. No,
that's great because the store finally has an opportunity to make some money on MetaZoo.
Oh my!
Which is just
why can't their lick back, huh?
Yeah, they do.
Because they need. If not, then nobody's gonna. I wouldn't touch it if I'm not able to make money. If I'm an LGS like this, I have to have guaranteed ways. I have to be guaranteed to steal these packs that are supposed to be for players. If I really wanted to sell them on the black market, aka eBay, and make a return, if I chose to do so. Now, this is if I chose to do so. I have to have that in the back of my mind and be like, if worst comes to worst, I could do a nefarious act and I could do this. That's the only way LGSs are going to touch MetaZoo again.
Yeah, they need to know they can make a buck on it, dude. They're not gonna why even have this take up space in your store when you just buy more Pokemon, or not buy Lorcana, or they could just buy One Piece or literally anything else that moves. They need to be able to speculate and potentially make money on it.
Come on.
I don't know.
Kurt wants to. I get Kurt. I know that you want everything to be playable, be cost effective.
Kurt wants to play the game.
So do I. But listen, that's not.
No, you don't.
What do you mean? Go ahead.
Nobody is going to play the game, or nobody's going to continuously put money into a game that isn't making them money back. And so it's not going to work. You have a history of playing these established IPs that have strong backing in terms of gameplay and mechanics and all this other stuff. But I'm saying from the grassroots, nobody. We find that with sorcery right now.
Yeah,
it's
Kurt,
tough for it.
Well, Kurt, you were just talking or bragging about how you're selling your sorcery promos for $75
for $75.
The store league promos or whatever
that I earned.
Yes, but you know what? What keeps you playing is you can make a little buck back, right? That
ain't my local game store keeping the promos and selling them
off
to the side.
We're not saying they have to keep it. I'm saying to know that it's valuable enough that if they wanted to, they could. Nobody's saying that they you just have to have in the back of your mind be like, there's some value here. It can't be like, oh, I got a whole crate of like just useless cards. Like that's like just getting a crate of useless Kickstarter.
And your reputable stores aren't going to do that. I mean,
that card is a reprint, though. That card that I sold for bukus of money, it's a reprint of a 10-cent card with alternate artwork. What do you mean?
Because there's also there's a collector's market within sorcery, and I don't think that there's going to be a collector's market immediately within MetaZoo, because the art of sorcery, I mean,
they lead with their art.
They lead with their art.
Sorcery is an art game.
Their art.
It's not a player-forward game. It's a great game for players. It's a great game to play, but everything about sorcery's marketing is for the collector.
It's to get old Magic players, old Magic maxis into sorcery. That's basically what they've led with. We have great art. This is reminiscent of old Magic. Come here. Also, gameplay is pretty dope if you want to give it a try, and that's what we're leading with. And you have the Curiosas that are like pretty sick as well. Alternate arts. I mean, they lead with their art.
Yeah. Listen, it doesn't have to be.
You're talking about two different things now, but
it doesn't have to be a zero-sum game. No, I just think the store needs to make money on this somehow. I think the tournament pack strategy, in my opinion, is the best strategy, because you're rewarded for playing the game. Even if you lose to somebody, it's pack per win or whatever, you still get your loser pack. At some point, you'll be able to get a pack of this, even if you're not winning your local store. And it incentivizes you to keep playing week after week. Even if you're a collector, say you're a collector and you don't even like it drives collectors to play the game. That's what I like about it. It's not and in my opinion, you can never stop stores from scalping their own product. Like with the sorcery situation, if they wanted to sell those singles, the winnings, they could, but that would mean they would no longer have the player community
come be along in the program ever again.
Yeah, they're not going to engage with the product ever again. So I don't know. I'm pro tournament pack. I agree that it shouldn't only be in the tournament pack. I think down the road they could reprint it with a different art. I think the alt art approach is good. I just would flip it. I would make the chases inside the packs up front. That way players who are only care about playing anyways are going to be motivated to keep playing the game and keep winning packs. And heck, they could even sell the extra cards to pay for their tournament entry.
Again, we do not, Kirk, we are not endorsing stores selling product behind, like backdooring product. We're just saying for a store at this point to really hold MetaZoo, it literally has to know that in the worst case scenario, I could sell this and it'd be worth something. If people are, I don't think that anybody has the time to hold inventory, and it's just like it's not moving off shelves, and it's not enticing enough to get players in. And if the tournament packs or any of that in material that they have in store is not up to that part, which is a problem why they had with old MetaZoo, was none of the product, like the all art stuff was cool, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like once it ran dry, like what were you gonna do? And also, if it wasn't like unique, you're like, well, I already have all these cards. Cool, I have alt art, whatever it was, like was it the snake or whatever, or golden hair child or whatever the chick was.
Yeah. Sky Snake. Those were all alt arts. But
those cards weren't playable. No one was playing those cards. That's how it's different. If you print alternate art playable cards in those packs, that will keep people coming. It can't be a first look.
I don't know. I think it's got to be a first look, but that's okay. That's what makes good content. We don't have to agree on this.
You dying on this hill? They're gonna shoot. They're gonna take you out back, old Yeller.
No, I know this is like an this is not a like player sentiment. I say this as a person who is really only interested in playing card games. I'm not a collector. I just don't. I don't know. I feel like that's the way. It's more exciting that way. I want to play in the tournament, and I want to open Royal Decree, and I want to go look at me. I got the chase hit, yada yada yada, and I'm gonna feel cool about that.
Not yada yada yada.
Yada yada Garasu.
Nah.
Yatta, yatta. Na, 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 na,
Man, that was
I
such
get
a
it.
cool card too. I love that. That's a different combo.
Well,
All right.
we're
So
almost
Kurt-
at the end of it.
Yeah, so Kurt, you know, he doesn't like tournament packs, but that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
We love him anyway.
Yeah,
He's like,
that's
I don't
fine.
care about the longevity.
And
we love
he'll
that.
still be the same guy that'll show up to locals and try to sell that thing, like whatever he pulls for like $100.
He's gonna look at PCG player.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah, I know. This man, this man picked up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection just so he could sell the Harpy's Feather Duster for $50.
Why,
dang, Kurt.
why are we coming at me? What's
Dang,
happening
Kurt.
here? Do I need to take an early exit from the podcast and
No, I'm just saying
go
people
fix my
are
face, man?
people are money motivated. All right, it's okay to admit it. I don't know.
I only learned about it because of you telling me about it. So
Okay, listen. I
oh,
want my friends. I want my friends to come up. Right?
uh-huh.
I want my friends to eat.
So now you're the nice guy.
I'm the nice guy. I'm good guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm good guy.
Killing me, Smalls.
All right. We're almost at the end here. So engagement strategies. They got live e-commerce, branded experience, designing, engaging experience centered around live e-commerce. That's more whatnot. And then dedicated vending machines. They're bringing the vending machines back.
Well, they never. Oh, I guess they did have them at NYCC,
And they didn't work.
Well, you got stickers.
Okay, cool.
I've got the Chibi Flatwoods Monster sticker on my trash can.
Oh, so it did work.
It did work, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought the complaint was it didn't.
No, they worked. I mean, they didn't dispense any. I don't think they dispensed cards. It was just stickers.
That's strange, but okay.
Yeah, no, never. And I don't think they were like the little MetaZoo coins either. I think it was like a special coin that they had to give you. Man, I sure hope they don't use old MetaZoo coins as that because I threw all those away. They gone, man. You're going to have somebody sitting there looking like the coin star, loading up his big jar of pennies, and he's just sitting there camping a machine until it's all out.
Oh, man.
Holy moly, I'd hate it.
I think the vending machine is gonna be cool though. I do like
Dude, I
the
agree.
idea of it. I don't know where
Again.
my only question is where are they gonna put them? I guess it's just conventions, right?
It's got to be. No, they're actually going to be doing like the Pokemon vending machines where you have scalpers camping out to buy up all the MetaZoo stock.
Dude, I hate the Pokemon vending machines.
No, I think it's meant as promotional stuff. Like it
Okay.
says implement vending machines at conventions. So whether those vending machines dispense product, or again, maybe they use my idea of, all right, you watch the Learn to Play tutorial and you talk to the metazoologist and you get the metazoologist token, and then you take it to the vending machine and maybe you get something, you get the second promo, right? You can still wait in line for the first one, but to get the second promo, you got to get the coin from the MZO to go to the vending machine. And then maybe someone just brings a bunch of blanks like that you can trick at the laundromat and you can just clean out a machine. That would be hilarious if that was true. But weren't those vending machines like listed on the product sheet, like the bankruptcy product sheet? Oh no!
They were. Yeah.
Oh no!
I mean,
getting old dead stock. Is that what's happening?
I don't know. Yeah. All right. I think we've gone over time. I forgot when we started, but is there anything else y'all want to say? We didn't touch on any of the other games, but this was like a MetaZoo marketing episode.
Just a disclaimer. Kurt, we're not saying.
Yeah, Easton's trying to protect his neck because
here he comes.
I don't want anybody being like, "Oh, Easton endorsing doing the backdoor deals and stuff like that." No, I just need. Everybody just has to have the inkling. You have to have it in the back of your mind that they could, because it's going to be a hard sell to get the stores back in. And I'm all for the stores making some money because they got a lot of them got hosed. And especially think about all the times old MetaZoo hosed them. native release being probably the worst one. Oh, you have to pre-order months in advance. Then you don't get your product. Then you need it for Earth Tower, and only the people who had product really made money.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not hating on that concept. I just don't want functionally unique promos in the play packs. That's all I'm saying.
And then all I'm saying is I do want functionally unique promos. I ain't gonna go in my way to play for some alt art of a card that I've already got 20 of.
Man,
not gonna happen.
He's cracking the morphing jar, and then he's gonna snowball his locals just off of luck. That's crazy.
I love it. That
morphing jar was sick.
Yeah,
don't want that.
Make me feel good.
We don't want that. Oh wait, hold on. Before we go, Kurt is getting back into Pokemon, the most negative EV game you can. So expect that on future podcasts. Having a nice
negative
Pokemon
EV that don't even play that with me, bro. You were posting up them what was it? Those play packs that you won from your Pokemon?
Yeah,
event?
well, you got to be good to get those.
Okay. Yeah. So
he's like, I'm great.
Yeah. Listen, y'all. This guy says.
He said, I'm great. You know that, right?
Yeah. This guy says, "Oh, I'm for the people. I'm not interested in making a little money. I just play for the love of it, bro. Listen."
They're just reprints. They're all reprints. They're alternate art reprints.
At the end of every locals, Kurt does a shot and he goes, "Look what I won!" And then he posts the prices and he goes, "I'm gonna sell this shit."
Come on, man, blowing up my spot.
I ain't gonna lie, he's giving us some intel on the next rotation. He said, "Get these cards, y'all."
Yeah,
we gotta leave. We gotta get out of
here. Kurt out here making money moves by playing TCGs. All right,
right.
Yeah.
The most proud I've been of Kurt was him selling off those magic cards. I said, I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Listen,
it's like I sold my children. Thanks, by the way.
That's okay. And
I'm never getting them back.
No,
they're gone.
No, you're doing good things, man. I like to see that. And listen, you can always buy them back for cheaper later down the road.
I can always buy them back from the winnings from my play packs at locals.
There you go. All right. Well, hey, this was good, y'all. Appreciate your time. I don't know. I guess you're gonna go watch the Oscars or whatever, but
probably so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Till next time. Thanks for stacking the deck.
You gotta do the.
Okay, we're gonna act like we do this every time. We still don't know how it goes, but anyways,
we're trying.
Later.
Yeah. Bye.